Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all Week 7 of the Valhalla League. In this battle we're going to face Chase Chromatic and the Dallas Marowaks. Now this is another coach that's actually really hard to prepare for because he has a Kyogre on his team. And he also has Scizor and Mega Beedrill, two very offensive mons. And with Kyogre being a bulky offensive mon, and it's really powerful because it's a legendary Pokemon. So yeah, my team doesn't really match up very well with this either. Actually, it kind of does, but at the same time not really, because the Kyogre is kind of an issue because it has Ice Beam for the god that is Bulu. It has Thunder for both Milotic, Sharpedo, and Crobat. I completely forgot to include Crobat, but Crobat's also weak to freaking Thunder on that thing. Surf or even Hydro Pump hits like literally everything except Milotic really hard, and Bulu. Hell, it even hits Sharpedo relatively hard. So there's like literally no switch-ins to Kyogre. But he also has Mega Beedrill, which is also another thing that has no switch-ins for. Like on my team, like I don't have no switch-ins for Mega Beedrill. And on top of that, he gets Momentum. And he has Heliolisk, which can have Volt Switch. And this time I brought no Volt Switch immunity, which really sucks. Because now he literally has infinite Momentum capabilities or potential. And that pretty much allows him to get away with a lot, while also dishing out a lot of damage because both Mega Beedrill and Heliolisk, being both pivoters, are also very powerful. And their pivoting moves are also very powerful. So yeah, playing around this is actually going to be a lot harder. I brought Crobat, Lucario, Bronzong, Milotic, Bulu, and Sharpedo because I was thinking I probably need to be as offensive as possible, but I don't know. I seem to have a lot of physical attackers in all honesty, and he has a Weezing, which I kind of was hoping he wouldn't bring, but he actually did brought it. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to do well against it, but we're about to find out right now in this battle. So this is going to be the battle. I did speed it up a little bit because this battle actually took quite a while to get done in all honesty. And not to mention I kind of want to get this battle done. But yeah, here we go. He's going to lead off with Mega Beedrill. Now this is good because I actually predicted this lead and I actually led with Crobat here. And now here I'm going to go for the U-turn because I don't think he's going to want to stay in. I think he's seen that I use Scarf Crobat, so I don't think he's going to want to stay in expecting the Scarf Crobat. So yeah, here I'm going to U-turn because I anticipated a switch. He goes in the Weezing, which is, I thought it would be okay because I still get the initiative, the switch initiative because of the pivoting and whatnot. But he actually turns out to be a Rocky Helmet Weezing. And I switched in Bronzong because I thought he wouldn't want to stay in on a Bronzong, would he? But he actually does, and actually pulls the taunt off. I didn't expect him to have taunt on his Weezing, considering a lot of my team can actually outspeed Weezing. But I guess he notices that my hazard setters are actually slower than Weezing, so that's why he ran taunt. I don't know. But yeah, as a result, here I tried a Psychic, or no, actually I think I switched into Milotic here, as he doubled into Kyogre or something. Now here I hard switch into Bulu because I was afraid of him trying to go for Thunder on this Kyogre, because I know these things can get Thunder. He actually ends up going for Substitute, which is actually really terrible because now he has a very good advantage here. He can Ice Beam me and he's still going to be behind a Substitute. I stayed in and just went for Hornley just to get rid of the Substitute because I don't want this thing behind a Substitute, because if it's behind a Substitute it can be a real problem. So here he's going to reveal Toxic as well, so he's Toxic Substitute, which is actually not what I was expecting on a Kyogre in all honesty. Especially, I was actually anticipating to go straight for the Ice Beam, because Ice Beam can probably do a lot of damage to the god Bulu. But yeah, he just went for Toxic. So here I think I switched out. Yeah, I switched out into Bronzong again. The reason why was because I wanted to see if he had Ice Beam now, but he actually switches out again and goes back into Weezing, and I was like, oh, this is actually good then. So here I think I tried to go for an Ice Beam just because I was afraid of him trying to taunt me again. Yeah, so I went for Psychic again, and he actually switched out this time. So that's actually kind of annoying because he's actually predicting a lot of my movements now. Because I wanted to go for Rocks here, but I went for Psychic because I was afraid he would just go for Taunt and then switch into Kyogre and then put himself in a better position. But, you know, he did what he did. So here, I think I went for a Stealth Rocks now, because I just wanted to get the Rocks up and the rain stopped as he switched in Kyogre. So, and he goes in the Mega Beedrill. Now here with this Mega Beedrill, I was assuming he probably wanted to go for knockoff, because why else would he hard switch in a Mega Beedrill on my Bronzong? So I decided to switch in Lucario, which resists knockoff and is not carrying an item. In fact, it's actually carrying a Z Crystal. So I was thinking, okay, I can take a knockoff and then hit it really hard with an extreme speed, or even set up if I expect him to switch in the Weezing. But he's actually going to go into Heliolisk. Now here, I was afraid of the Focus Blast. Like, I didn't think Thunderbolt would KO from here, but Focus Blast definitely would, and I was afraid of that move actually hitting because I'm that unlucky to actually not have Focus Blast missing against me. So yeah, so I switched in Bula to take it, but he actually ends up going for the freaking U-turn, which gives him switch initiative, obviously. So he's now gonna go into this what's it called, Persian, the Alolan Persian, by the way. And here I decided to go for Horn Leech, but he went for Fake Out, which I for some reason was not expecting on this thing. I thought he was gonna try to Parting Shot me, in all honesty, because that's kind of one of the moves that I've been seeing on Persians. Now here I was not expecting a freaking Gunk Shot. In all honesty, I didn't even know that this damn Alolan Persian can get Gunk Shot. I know I can get what's it called? I know it gets Parting Shot because I've seen it numerous times on Persians, but I've never seen Gunk Shot, in all honesty. So yeah, here I finally go for the Horn Leech like I wanted to, just because I go for it, but I had to take a Gunk Shot, which thankfully I survived. I didn't think I'd survive as soon as I saw it, but thankfully I did, and that's why I got the Horn Leech off. Now I'm gonna hard switch in the Crobat, expecting another Gunk Shot attempt, but he actually ends up predicting me and goes for the freaking what's it called, the Foul Play, which ends up screwing my Crobat over significantly because now it's weakened enough for a Bullet Punch from Scizor to take it out. So I hard switch into Bronzong because Bronzong is not fully physically attack invested like Crobat is, and can probably take Foul Plays better, but he ends up hard switching into Weezing once again, so I was like, okay, that's fine. Here I go for Toxic because he's been switching into Kyogre multiple times, my Bronzong, but this time he actually stays in and goes for Pain Split, so that was actually annoying, because now here I think I try to go for Psychic instead of the Toxic, which is good because he actually ends up going into the Scizor here, unlike the Bronzong, because the Bronzong was actually what I was well, not the Bronzong, the Kyogre was what I was expecting, but he went into the Scizor, but I went for Psychic nonetheless. So here I'm gonna hard switch now because Bronzong can't really do anything to Scizor. I go into Lucario, he's gonna U-turn. I was hoping he'd go for Knockoff again, because again, why would he switch in Scizor on my Bronzong? I don't know, but here he goes in the Heliolisk, and here I try to Extreme Speed, hoping he does not go for Thunderbolt like he did the last time, but he ends up going for Thunderbolt. So yeah, now I lose Lucario, which actually sucks because I wanted to get rid of his Weezing and actually try to get Lucario in, set up a Swords Dance, and then attack something with a Z Crystal. And nothing would be switching in on a Titanium Z, in all honesty, with freaking Weezing gone, in all honesty. But I just lost to Heliolisk, which sucks. So here I'm just gonna go for U-turn on the Heliolisk, and he actually ends up switching into Scizor. Now looking at the damage that I got on the Scizor so far because of the rocks and because of the U-turn from Crobat, I was actually hoping to just Mega Evolve here with Sharpedo and just KO this thing with a Crunch, because if this thing survives, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be bullet punching everything. So I'm just gonna crunch this thing right out of the gate. And I was hoping it would take it out, but it does not take it out. And the worst part of this is that it has Roost, and it has Leftovers. So it's pretty much going to put it back at where it was, if not with more HP than before. Which means this thing can just easily U-turn and take out my Sharpedo. But I just decided to stay in nonetheless and just get Crunch off, so I can at least have it weakened so that it's in range of rocks to take it out. He ends up switching into this Weezing, which is, I guess, good, because this Crunch is enough to hit KO it, which is really, really good, because now I don't have to worry about this Weezing, because this Weezing was putting my Bronzong, well, actually not my Bronzong, it was actually putting the God Pulu in the back of the team, basically, for the most part. It wasn't letting it do anything because of the fact that Weezing is a physical wall, if anything. So here, because I Mega Evolved into Sharpedo without getting a Speed Boost or something, now he easily can send in the Mega Beedrill, though. That's like the biggest downside to just Mega Evolving instantly with Sharpedos, and now this damn Beedrill outspeeds me. Here, I made a tough decision. I was debating on whether or not he was going to go for Knockoff or U-turn. I decided to go into Bulu, which was probably a mistake because I still needed that thing for the Kyogre, in all honesty. But I just felt like he had too many switch-ins to it, like Scizor, for example, to just take care of it. And I didn't want to give this guy any more momentum like he was getting already. So I decided to sack Bulu here and then send in the Bronzong. Here I went for Psychic because I thought he would switch into Kyogre again, but he actually stayed in and went for Defog. Had I gone for Gyro Ball, I probably would have been able to take it out, but I didn't go for it because I didn't expect him to stay in. But now he goes for the U-turn, and I think now is when he goes into Kyogre again. Yeah, he goes into Kyogre again, and I think I went for Stealth Rocks again because he predicted me to go for that again because he saw that I saw he defogged. So now he wants to get the free switch into Kyogre, expecting me to go for Rocks. Even if I got the Psychic off, I wouldn't be doing too much damage on this Kyogre anyway, so he knew it was gonna be in a good position no matter what he did, or no matter what I did. So yeah, here I switch out Bronzong. I go into Milotic because he hasn't gone for Thunder yet, so I'm starting to think that maybe he doesn't even have it. So here I switch it in. He goes for Surf, which is nice because my Milotic can take that very, very well. Now here, I'm very, very aware that he's going to go for Substitute, but I honestly don't really have anything else to do with against this Crobat, so, or Kyogre. So I wanted to just go for Skulls and see if I can maybe break the Substitute every time it goes for it, because while Scald is not boosted by any offensive investment on my Milotic, it's still Stab and it's boosted by the Rain, so I was kind of hoping that would be enough to take out the Substitute, but because it resists it and Kyogre's special defense is actually really, really good, it's not going to break the Substitute, unfortunately. So here he's going to go for that dang Toxic. I think here I tried going for Recover, which was a misplay, because I think if anything I should have just kept going for Scalds. It would have at least broken down this damn Substitute. He'd be forced to go for another one, and then I get a free switch in the Crobat to go for a Brave Bird, so that I can go for the and it wouldn't matter if he was behind the Substitute because my Crobat has Infiltrator, which goes through Substitute. It was banded, so it would have definitely put it in range to, it would have been either KO'd, or I would have at least had it weakened enough so that he can't just keep going for more Substitutes, because that was my biggest issue with this Kyogre, is that it kept going for Substitutes over and over again, and I just had nothing to just break it already. Here I had to take a turn of Toxic, and I do manage to break the Substitute, but I had to actually take a freaking Thunder as well, because it turns out that this Kyogre actually did have Thunder, which is scary because 3 of my Mons on this team that I have is actually weak to Thunder, and right now I'm running out of options that can take Thunder, like Bronzong. I already lost the God that was Bulu, the one thing that could have resisted electrical moves. This is probably one of the reasons why sacking Bulu was probably the biggest mistake, because now I have nothing. But it was weakened thanks to the freaking Gunk Shot that I didn't expect from the Alolan Persian. But yeah, here I send in Bronzong. I think here I send it in, and then I doubled in the Sharpedo because I was afraid of him thinking that I just go for Psychic and he'd switch into Scizor, resisting Psychic, but he actually just stays in and just goes for another Substitute. So me doubling into Sharpedo was probably a misplay here, because now this thing is behind the Substitute and he can just spam Thunder again. So yeah, this was a misplay already. It's because it was really, really hard to get around this Kyogre. Like, I felt like I had to play around this guy very, very like unpredictably, but I don't know, this was really, really like rough. I thought I could actually like force him to do certain things, but no, not really. It's because this Kyogre is really, really overwhelming. Here I stayed in going for Psychic just because I need to get rid of this Substitute. I was hoping that the fact that Psychic is stab on Bronzong, I'd be able to take it out, and it's not a resisted move or hit on Kyogre. I was hoping to break the Substitute, but nope, I wasn't. So as a result, here he's just gonna go for Surfs and take out my Bronzong, and there's nothing I can do. And he's still going to be behind the Substitute, which is really, really annoying. I think here I decided to go into Crobat, and this was funny because I actually went into Crobat thinking, okay, I can U-turn and just break the Substitute, right? But I completely forgot already that this Crobat has Infiltrator, and it's going to hit through the Substitute, which means it's not going to break the Substitute. It's just going to do damage to the Kyogre. But my Milotic can't do anything to this Kyogre as long as it's behind the Substitute, and that was the biggest issue that I had there. So here I go for a well, I switched into Milotic, but I tried to go for Scald. Actually, no, I didn't try to go for Scald. I switched it in to sack it, but I survived the Surf, and then on top of that I survived the Poison as well, which is annoying because now this thing gets another round of leftovers, which means that my Crobat probably missed out on a chance to KO this damn Kyogre, because as soon as I lose my Milotic right here, I'm just gonna go straight into Crobat. Actually, no, I go into Sharpedo because I didn't think that Brave Bird from Crobat would actually take out the freaking Kyogre. What I wanted to do right here was just go for Crunch, break the Substitute. That was pissing me off throughout the entirety of this battle, and hope he misses Thunder, because that's literally the only way he can KO Sharpedo. If he goes for Surf, I can still live it. But he ends up going for Thunder, and it does not miss, unfortunately, because it's not raining anymore, by the way. So I was hoping it would miss, but it did not miss. So here I go into Crobat, and here I was just hoping that I can at least get a crit with this Brave Bird, because at this point I don't think Brave Bird's going to KO this Kyogre, because it got a lot of leftovers recovery thanks to that stupid Substitute. And it survives just narrowly, and my Crobat doesn't survive the recoil. So yeah, that's going to be the whole game. We're going to lose to your boy Chase 5-0, which does suck, but at the same time it's like whatever, because this was a team that I really was just not expecting to win, in all honesty, because with a Kyogre and a Mega Beedrill and a Scizor and a Heliolisk, all 3 monsters that are very, very powerful with pivoting options, there was just no way I could get around his team with what I have. what I have is all very, very limited compared to what he has. So I just didn't think it would be possible to beat him. And on top of that, Chase is a good battler. So if he has a mon like Kyogre, he's gonna definitely use it to the best of its abilities. So I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that other than just say GG, because yeah, that was well played on Chase's part. Goes to show you that I can't just use whatever I want. It's because I don't like using legendary mons. That's the thing. I use the god that is Bulu, but I mean, it's because that thing is not like Uber status, and Kyogre is. But yeah, so we're gonna lose, and hopefully we don't lose next week. But nonetheless, good game to Chase. Thank you all for watching week 7 of the Valhalla League. And stay tuned for week 8. Yeah, week 8 of the Valhalla League next week. So I'll catch you guys then, but for now, just take it easy.